on top of tax-free weekend, as Jonathan was saying. This is the last Sunday of summer vacation for so many local students and families, but with that return to the physical classroom comes a lot of questions.
That's right. So joining us in today's Leading Essay segment is SAISD Superintendent Pedro Martinez. Good morning, Superintendent. Thank you so much for making time for us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, right to start, the governor openly saying mask mandates will not happen in Texas schools. The TEA following that guidance. Do you agree with that decision? And what is your message to SAISD parents?
Well, for us, Max and Sarah, it really is a non-issue. We decided to pilot something during our intercession program in July with an opt-out strategy. So basically, we encouraged all of our families to support us in having their children wearing masks. We gave the families the ability to opt out. We had less than 2% of our families that opted out. And right now, as I speak for tomorrow, we have less than 1% of our families that are opting out. So over 99% of our families are supporting us and having their children wear masks. All of my staff will be wearing their masks. We just want to be safe right now, especially when we're still learning about these variants.
And Superintendent, we know Texas school districts don't even need to notify parents of COVID infections, but does SAISD plan to keep track? And is there a point where the district could go back to virtual learning?
Sarah, one of the things that, we were very proud of last year, we just gained the trust of our parents and kept it. So we will continue to notify all of our families when there's cases in our schools. There will be a personal phone call if your child has been exposed, because as a parent, that's what I would expose. I'm very optimistic because vaccination rates are so high in our community that we won't have to go back to virtual, but we do have vaccination clinics in all of our large high schools. We want to make sure that we vaccinate all of our eligible children. I'm still worried about community members that may not be vaccinated in our community.
Now, we understand there were programs for students who may have fallen behind during that home virtual schooling. Now, do you feel like there's still a lot of catch up to be done?
Absolutely, Max. One of the things that we saw last year was that, for many of our children that were learning remote, they just didn't do as well as our children learning in person. That's why we started intercession programs in July. We had over 9,000 children. And by the way, I heard just so many positive stories. Children were just happy to be back in school. They were all in person. And I'll tell you, the energy is very high right now in my schools. My teachers are excited to see their children. I was in open houses throughout the week last week. I saw the excitement of parents and students. So we're ready. So we do have a lot of work, but I'm very excited that all of our children will be coming back.
And Superintendent, what do you anticipate for this coming semester? We know we get a lot of concerns and messages from parents. So what is your message to them with school starting tomorrow?
Number one, please be in touch with your school. Let us know if you're worried or you're nervous. We do have children that are medically fragile. We want to make sure that we're serving those children through our homebound services. But I'll tell you, the energy is very high. I know parents are nervous, or some parents are nervous. Please just talk to your teacher, talk to your principal. We're going to work with you, but we're just excited. We're excited to see everybody back tomorrow.
All right, Superintendent Pedro Martinez, thank you so much for joining us this morning. If any family or any parent missed part of the interview, we're going to have the whole thing in its entirety. Just head to ksat.com.
Thanks, Superintendent.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.